Okay, so basically, just wanted to give you a quick video about how the story of our company came along and how Rock Solid essentially got started as a partnership and has grown into quite a few little companies that support each other. So Rock Solid Capital itself is a capital investment fund company used for an income fund purposes and a vehicle to get investors to come into the purpose and fund of expanding Rock Solid's. Rock Solid Capital is there to support growth and the territories of Rock Solid Partners. So Rock Solid Partners essentially, the vision is to grow over 40 to 50 territories across the country, which gives a constant deal flow to the investors. How this all started was I went to a mastermind and started learning about some taxes and some real estate investing and some of those things outside of out of the company that I had. I did have a $150 million oil company, and then basically COVID happened. And so like quite a few companies, it didn't go well for us. Kind of melted down during COVID, and right after COVID, my reboot and my restart was basically into real estate. And so I've always been in real estate. My dad taught me at an early age about fixing, renting, fixing, flipping. Followed that model while I had the oil company, but also afterwards now continued to expand on it. But never lost a dime in real estate, so it's always been good to me. I feel so comfortable in doing it. I love the things we do, but when we come out with it, it's a top-notch property that sells at the top of the market. Overall, in my career with sales, with my company, I've done over 500 million in sales. Very familiar with business. I was 2018 Entrepreneur of the Year in Southern California, but basically went to this mastermind, went with some partners and some friends, and came up with the vision of taking this Rock Solid platform. Rock Solid itself is, the name itself is that biblical build on a rock as opposed to building on sand. So we have that kind of culture in our company. So with high integrity, build on the rock, transparency, communication, and our investors' money in our trust in real estate and loyalty is so important to us, because that's the number one thing that drives our scale, and it drives our growth over these next 4 to 5 years, which is the goal, to have 40 to 50 territories. So we all got together and came up with the idea to build a company that's set to bring its SOPs and its wholesaling and fix and flip of houses throughout the country. So we want to expand nationwide. Our goal is to have 40 to 50 territories in the next 4 years. It's a constant deal flow. So each territory should have multiple fix and flips going at one time, at least one per month. And that enables us to keep the volume up. And that's really how we are able to deliver high rate of returns and return on interest and return on investment. So that's really our goal and our focus, is to keep that volume up, because if we carry a certain amount of money from our investment group and we turn it twice, that takes that interest rate down in half for us. If we turn it 3 times and over 2 times is our goal, we're then able to get in the low single, the single digit interest rates as opposed to double digits. So that's the different model that we have, other than real estate investment trusts or REITs, syndications, multifamily. They're kind of capped on what the cash flow is. We're capped on just volume and making sure they're profitable deals. So as long as they're profitable and we net out a profit, there's never an issue. Also the fact that we have it diversified over every property. So Rock Solid Capital itself, when it does its due diligence and its underwriting of each and every territory's deal, we lien and secure the property for Rock Solid Capital so that it gets paid out of escrow. So basically you're diversified over many properties, and that's kind of the whole vision and goal. So the more properties we do, the more you're covered on the fact that, if one property goes bad, 45 others are not. They're all done in a territory setting. So basically we're trying to keep that geography territory so that we know our managers and our territory managers are there on site and making sure the general contractors, subcontractors are all on target, and we're doing them as fast as possible with this best quality work. The beauty of it is we're going to constantly improve on our communications. They get better and better. We've as we add team members, we're doing, our goal is to do a monthly newsletter and update once a month. And from that, we're also looking to, expand on constantly giving you the properties that we're working on. So you can check them out. You can check out the websites. You can check out the opportunities, check out what we're doing. And so that's kind of the fun thing, is to be able to go and look at the updates and see it real time. So that's the story of Rock Solid. 3 core things that we feel is our advantage over other real estate investments is A, the term is 1 year. B, the return is great. 22% and above is not really heard of that much. And then the diversification. You're over many properties as opposed to just one. Like in a syndication or a REIT, something goes wrong with that property, you're an owner to it. So that's one property that could have a big problem. Or you have 100 of them that probably are going to compensate for 1 or 2 that might have a problem. So that's our story, and just wanted to tell it before we get through. And please give me an email or shoot me a text and let me know if you have any questions. And feel free to check out the due diligence and the pitch deck below. Look at the team. Our website's available, and our private placement memo is also available below. But again, thank you so much for taking the time to look at our investment, and we will get back to you soon.